colossal iron structure stood before her eyes. It was a fort built by the fairies. Cereza once again spotted Cheshire. Incapacitated by his wounds, he was surrounded by fairies.
What has he gotten himself into now? Nope, not going to worry about it.
But before she knew what she was doing, Cereza had set off in Cheshire's direction.
I'm just going to take a look. I can't let anything happen to my stuffed cat. Who is he talking to?
The fairies had captured Cheshire. Within their ranks was one regal-looking fairy who stood out from all the others. He appeared to be talking to Cheshire, but it was too far to hear what he was saying.
What does that fairy want with Cheshire?
The fairies carried him into some kind of fortress.
Cheshire!
Forgetting the peril of her situation, Cereza rushed to follow the fairies into their stronghold.
No good. There must be another way in. You!
The elusive white wolf had appeared right before Cereza. It called out to her before running away.
Listen, this fortress is crawling with fairies. I think you should sit this one out.
But the wolf just stared at her, showing no signs of moving. "Let's go together," the wolf's determined eyes seemed to be saying to her.
Thanks. You know, to be honest, I was a little scared going alone. Don't tell Cheshire I said that.
And so, Cereza and the White Wolf infiltrated deep into the enemy's stronghold.
Cheshire!
They had finally found Cheshire. He was covered in wounds from head to toe. Hiding in the shadows, Cereza was surprised to hear one of the fairies speaking words she understood. "It is simple! We just need the girl. Stay out of our way, and we will ensure your return to the demon realm." They were speaking in Nokian, the language of angels and demons. It sounded like the regal fairy was trying to strike a deal with Cheshire. Cereza felt her heart beating in her chest. "What will it be? This is your last chance, demon." Cereza waited for his answer with bated breath. Then she heard the familiar deep growl. Like I can trust a fairy. I'll devour every last one of you. Despite his battered body, Cheshire's eyes still smoldered with defiance.
Cheshire!
Thankfully, the White Wolf held the nearby fairies at bay.
Thanks! Cheshire!
The The sudden appearance of two intruders had the fairy fortress in a frenzy. Cereza seized the opportunity and freed Cheshire from his shackles. It was splendid teamwork.
Glad to see you're up for a fight. These naughty fairies are about to get punished.
Not bad. Better than your crying. Punishment, is it? With pleasure. Both Cereza and Cheshire were on fire.
Cool! Cheshire?
A large gash was cut on Cheshire's leg. Bits of cotton were falling out, along with his magical energy. The fairies had not been kind to their captive. Cheshire could hide his pain no longer.
That cut!
Unless the wound was mended, the magic-infused threads that bound Cheshire to this world would not last long.
Hold still. If you move around like that, you'll just make things worse.
Cereza needed to suture the wound as soon as possible. There was only one way she could think to do it.
Remember, Cereza, as blood flows through veins, magic flows through a witch's hair. Care for it as you would your most precious tool, and defend it as you would your very heart.
Sorry, Morgana, but I found something more important.
These were the precious locks Cereza was growing out to resemble her mother. As expected, they worked their magic. Cheshire's wound closed in an instant. Don't blame me if that teacher of yours has a fit, Cheshire said quietly.
Don't worry, it'll grow back. Besides, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be in this mess in the first place. I promised to send you back. Umbra Witch's honor. What I'm trying to say is...
But before she could finish, Cheshire had already returned to his miniature form. Well, get a move on, will you? He added with a squeak.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Cereza gave Cheshire a tight embrace. Somehow she felt that Cheshire was doing the same.
Restoration magic! I've never been able to pull that off before. I wonder if it might work on something else. How do you like that? Don't think I'm so shabby now, huh?
A cut like this is nothing. But this ribbon isn't so bad.
Cheshire said in a slightly embarrassed voice.
Yeah, I think it suits you perfectly.
Something made them stop. A strange presence. They were not alone.
Stop! Limited impetuous abuse of the seed of ruin in our kingdom. We will not allow him to wake a plastic child from his slumber.
It was the regal fairy from earlier.
Hey, that fairy's speaking our language. I think...
Fine! Her insolence knows no bounds. Repent! For a king's anger, what snoot is not easily questioned.
The regal fairy continued his haughty monologue. Still, his thick accent was nigh unintelligible.
This is hopeless. It must be some kind of fairy dialect. So, what? Are you saying you're the fairy king or something?
Insolence! Before us all, bend the knee. The goose with 4 legs and 2. The very trees of Avalon bow before us to pay obeisance. We are Puka the wise, Puka the magnanimous. Watch for dramatic effect. Puka, the one true king of the Avalon Forest.
What? Okay. So it was you who did all that awful stuff to Cheshire. I see a royal behind in need of a good spanking.
Cheshire looked happy to oblige.
Human and demon dare challenge Puka, whose name strikes fear across all 3 realms. We shall call out a blast from heaven and make them rue their folly.
This guy's full of surprises. We better run! Oh, we made it! All right, back to business. just keep coming! We have to take down that fairy! Let's go! Let's get him, Cheshire!
Should the pyre consume our very self, these interlopers shall go no further.
What's he saying now? I have a bad feeling about this.
The two sensed danger in the fairy named Puka's words and began to run.
Long live the fairy kingdom! Lovely Puka.
What? What was with that guy? What are you on about? What the? Oh, give me a break!
Realizing what had happened, Cereza hurriedly began wiping her face clean. The spectacle was too much for Cheshire. He rolled with laughter.
Oh, now it's personal. That creepy fairy best hope we never cross paths again. Okay, Chucklepuss, joke's over. All right, let's get a move on.
Cereza frowned and stormed off. Trying unsuccessfully to control his laughter, Cheshire followed after. But each glance at Cereza sent him back into fits of seam-bursting chortles. The sphere burned with a bright red light. The two had arrived at the final elemental core.
That's number 4. We destroyed all the elemental cores. You know what that means? Here's the last elemental power. Let's give it a try. It's that tower. You made it out of the fortress.
Cereza let out a sigh of relief. The wolf seemed as energetic as ever.
You're going to take us to Lucaon? We must be getting close. Come on, Cheshire, hurry!
Morgana's ghostly form appeared. She took one look at Cereza and furrowed her brow.
Cereza, what have you done with your hair?
Sorry. I needed it for something.
Cereza explained how she had used her hair to save Cheshire.
For the sake of the demon! Cereza, never forget who is the master and who the subject. Under normal circumstances, now would come a stern lecture. But that will have to wait for your safe return. My spell is almost complete. I will have you out of that forest soon. Just hold on a bit longer.
Oh. Thanks, Morgana.
The fairies are a formidable foe, but use all I taught you and defeat them. May the moon light your path. Stay safe, Cereza.
Oh, I'll defeat them all right. And after that, I'll meet Lucan, get that power, and send you back.
Cereza and Cheshire exchanged a glance. Getting the power from Lucan would mean the end to their journey. It would mean saying farewell.
Come on. We're almost there.
A voice echoed through the trees. It was one of the rare sounds in this forest that put Cereza's heart at ease.
Ignis!
Congratulations on destroying all four cores! You've put those fairies in a right kerfuffle!
We couldn't have done it without you, Ignis. Your advice really helped us out.
Just doing my part. I told you, it's my job to know the goings-on in Avalon. I must say, though, I'm honestly quite impressed you made it this far.
We've seen so much of this forest. I dare say we know more about it than you.
Maybe you're right. Next time I'll ask you for directions. I've been waiting a long time for someone like you, miss.
Waiting? Why?
You see, I've lived in Avalon Forest for ages now. It used to be such a beautiful, lovely place. The fairies changed that. They corrupted this forest and terrorized its inhabitants. I've seen them do such horrible things, powerless to do anything but watch. That's why I've been waiting for someone to wake us from this bad dream. I'd have done it myself if I still...
Ignis, were you...
Sorry, I got carried away for a second. Ahead lies that which the fairies have fought so hard to keep from you. I believe it is what you entered this forest to find.
Do you mean Lucan?
Go on! The seal to the altar is now broken. Be safe,
all of the elemental cores were destroyed and their barriers were no more. What waited for them beyond, they could not imagine.